Hi, my name is Allison Brewer, and I just want to thank you again for allowing me to come in and interview for this store manager position that has opened up at the Sport Clips location that I work at. I work at AR 102, as you know, and our current manager is leaving, and I would love to be able to transition into that role and continue building myself as an employee with this company. I have worked for this company for 3 years now, and I have loved my experience. This company has given me so many opportunities to learn and grow, not only as a person, but as a stylist. And I would love to be able to help the other stylists in our store be able to learn and grow and be that strong, successful stylist that I know they all can be. I have been an assistant manager in our store for a little over a year now, and that is something that I have worked really hard at with our stylist on top of my manager duties. I have worked really hard to form a good, trusting relationship with each and every one of our stylists, and I think that is something so important that a store manager should do. Out of the 4 assistant managers we have, including myself, I typically am the one that most of our stylists are comfortable coming to about issues that they have, whether it be an issue outside of our store or an issue that they are having inside of our store. If they have an issue with something another stylist does, they typically come to me if they don't feel comfortable addressing it with that stylist themselves. That way I can be a buffer and help work them through those issues. If they have an issue with a client or a client is unhappy with something, they typically will come to me if I'm there, as opposed to the other managers, because they know that I am going to be able to help calm the situation down and help them through it and help keep the client happy. And those are things that I think is very important for a manager to do. And I think that's something that I do very well, and that's something that I do very strongly. I also have watched our manager very closely whenever she's doing her duties so that I know how to do those duties as well. Sometimes she may be overwhelmed with stuff to do and she needs to call on the assistant managers to help with stuff. So I have always made it a point to make sure I know, okay, this is how I do this report. This is how I need to do the schedule. Like, I have made sure that I know how to do all of those manager duties so that I can assist her. So I think if I were to be able to move into the actual store manager position, I would know almost everything there is to know, because I have really watched closely to learn those things whenever I have been helping her. And I think that overall I would just really be a good fit for this position. I've worked very hard the past 3 years. My numbers, all of my percentages, my efficiency reports, all of that shows it. Again, I have made sure to form those good relationships with our stylists so that they're comfortable with me. So I think if I were to be in that manager position, they would be very happy with that. And like I said earlier, I love this company. I love all of the opportunities that you give us to learn and to grow and to move up. And moving up is something that I want to be able to do. I want to be able to say, hey, I went from just a stylist to an assistant manager to the store manager to maybe one day the regional manager, or working at the training center, or anything. You have so many opportunities for us to grow as individuals and as stylists, and that is something that I would just love to do. That way I can maybe influence future stylists to say, hey, Sport Clips is such a great company. I started out here. This is where I've ended up, and you can too. I think that it would be so important and so moving to these future stylists of the world. So again, I just want to thank you for letting me interview for this position, and I hope you will consider everything that I've said and think about it to help make you make the best decision that you can. And I really look forward to hearing from you next week. Thank you.